as just a few days ago, we introduced CompChain to NUI, and it is going fantastic. In just 3 days, we're over 1,500 new members, Casey, in CompChain. And that is just, those are like record building numbers. And before we go into anything, one of the things we know about NUI, when NUI decided to go into blockchain, and Darren decided to go into blockchain, having a blockchain like CompChain was just sick. It was great. It was like, wow, I can't believe we have that. And now, because of the promotion that's going on with CompChain, it is literally on fire. Casey, you want to say anything about that?
Well, I think the timing is perfect. As you all know, that when NUI made the decision a year and a bit ago to become everything blockchain and introduce all of the dynamics that it has, CompChain is the dream vision of exactly what NUI has always hoped to be, which is a pure blockchain. It's got all the dynamics of the disruptive technology for the network marketing industry and space. It's the perfect time, and the fact that it's the second coin for NUI is just ideal. So let's jump into it.
All right. So we basically, what we had is we went up against a very interesting situation with Texas. We got that resolved. We're not going to go into that tonight, but because of that, what happens in the crypto space, there's compliance. You got to be crystal clear when you're promoting anything in cryptocurrency and anything in blockchain. Because of Darren's due diligence and Reed's due diligence and all the attorneys, we have a resolved in Texas. And what that done is it actually gave us a clear understanding of the value of NUI and CompChain. Now, NUI does not own CompChain. NUI is not CompChain. NUI actually is a product provider for CompChain, Casey, and that's really a very interesting thing. What I'm going to show people tonight is that what happens on a blockchain in network marketing, and is specifically the only one that is a SHA-256 and is an operational blockchain like CompChain, is you enroll. Then what we have to do, or what CompChain has to do, they have to recognize you as a customer and there's a know your customer rule that is a rule that is it's a law actually. And then there's an ownership. Basically, here in the future, we're going to be giving a promotion where you can own your own node. And if some of you guys don't know this, we'll tell you about that. It's not relevant to tonight's call, but basically your node, what that is that you can own your whole network and your whole block. The big thing we're going to talk to you tonight about is a product provider. When you look at the power, I mean, imagine 1,500 or so people in a few days getting in. When CompChain gets to 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million, 10 million people all over the world, Casey, then the product provider that is introduced or that introduces their products into CompChain will have an instant customer base. And I want you to say something about that, Casey, because most people don't understand the impact of what CompChain brings to the table.
Well, the history of CompChain is that the owner, Dave Childs, decided that he was no longer interested in continuing to support network marketing companies that would come in, get started, get all these tens of thousands of people going, and then due to their either mismanagement or product changes, whatever, these companies go out of business and tens of thousands of people's families their lives were destroyed and they have to start over again. CompChain is the first of its kind disruptive technology that allows a person like yourself to own your network, which means that when you enroll someone and they KYC, they know they customer, that means they know their ID, they put it all in place, which is traditional for any direct selling business. What happens is if anything ever happens to the company or anything ever happens to anything, you actually own that network. Now, what's happening shortly is CompChain is taking it to the fourth level, which is introducing products that can actually be sold into your network that are philosophically aligned. They're not competing. So, for example, in our case, if we were selling skincare, we wouldn't bring in another skincare. We'd just be focusing on the products that we have available. So, CompChain is the dream of dreams that NUI has always wished to have, which of course is the access to a complete blockchain where you own your network. When we first met Darren, Jim, remember a while ago, his whole thing was, how do I help 1 million people just make a few bucks? In that case, $500. And he says, I wish there was a way we could just give everybody control of their life and their business. And how do we do that? And Christian, we've been brainstorming for years now, but hits where we are today. And CompChain provides the first of its kind disruptive technology designed specifically to help the network marketer, the distributor who's building a network, be rewarded for their work and effort for a lifetime.
Absolutely. And what you just did, Casey, you just talked about exactly what was on the second slide. So what is the real value of CompChain? Here's what happens, guys. So you understand this, okay? And I don't want sometimes the attitude of network marketers today or affiliate marketers, run and gun, join as many things as you can, scrape as much money off the table, go to the next thing, and that's not where long-term wealth is created. Long-term wealth is created by creating an audience, creating a customer base, a distributor base, a leadership base that other companies can take advantage of that and monetize that through a product offering. So what happens when you join CompChain as if you're a NUI distributor and you join CompChain, even if you're not, you do not have to be a NUI distributor or a NUI member to join CompChain. But once you build it out, it never can taken for you. And the interesting part about CompChain, guys, is that you got to realize that now with the momentum we have right now, there are going to be people from all different companies all over the world joining this blockchain called CompChain. And that means everybody. I mean, there could be a shampoo company and maybe an eyelash company and a nail company and all kinds of different companies are going to join CompChain, and they're going to be like the United Nations. They're going to be so neutral, but everybody, they don't have to be in anything to join. But when we introduce products and into the CompChain block, everyone can take advantage of it. So you get everything, guys. You get a dashboard. You report your growth. It offers a safe and honest opportunity to build. The biggest thing CompChain does is reconciles money. So you know exactly what you're supposed to make, exactly how you're supposed to be paid, and when you're going to get paid. And it provides a historical record of that. So what happened is now we launched a coin collecting program before the Texas issue was resolved that just had one coin in it, and that was Kala coin, which was a fantastic offering. It's going gangbusters because Kala is a blockchain of its own. And what we've discovered, Casey, with Kala is that it has a really use case, a fantastic application for things that CompChain doesn't. But the second coin we're getting ready to announce in NUI, which is going to be offered in CompChain, is CompCoin, the coin that actually drives this whole concept. Casey, you want to comment on that?
Well, I believe that the pairing of both the Kala coin and the Comp coin almost gives us the best of both worlds. If you think about it, from Kala specifically, it was a utilitarian coin that was built around paying people for doing social transactions, which of course we've been converting people over to their Kala. We also had Kala gigahash mining as we introduced those as concepts. And then you bring in CompChain, which is a coin that's really driving the underpinnings of the entire direct selling model. It's just like the best of both worlds. Ultimately, one of the things that I learned in a conversation we had with Dave was he said that one of the greatest things about CompCoin and specifically CompChain as they work together is that they offer up a global payment gateway, which means that anybody in any country in the world can technically qualify to be a part of CompChain because it has no barriers because it's not a fiat currency. People can take in CompCoin around the world as they can take in Kala, and all they need to do is find a local exchange, or they can find an exchange that wants to actually convert it back to a fiat of some sort, and that's where this can be an international, a global opportunity overnight.
And we're
in fact,
very
Jim,
excited about that.
Today,
yes.
Jim, you and I signed someone up in Brazil today, and I was just thinking about that.
Oh no, it's sick. Because what's happening, guys, is that this, if explained properly to leadership in network marketing, they love it. They can't wait to get to their teams transferred on. And because now what we're doing with with CompChain is you join for free and we give you money. Any questions? I mean, it's so stupid. It's like you join for free and we give you money to do it. And we give you money in the form of coin. So now what's going to happen now is Nui, the reason why Nui is utilizing CompChain for a couple of reasons. Number one, for the blockchain, we want to be the first to put 50,000 people on this blockchain, on CompChain. And so what's going to happen now that when we offer coins, like we are offering the next coin, which is CompCoin, you are required to have a CompChain membership. Dave relaxed the requirement to be KYC'd in order to mine CompCoin, but you do have to have a CompChain membership. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Now, some people that own Kala, Casey and I own millions of Kala. I mean, we are a believer in Kala. We are Kala supporters. We get Kala. We understand it. But you know what? There was Bitcoin. There was Ethereum. There was so many other coins that launched that if you had a collection of all the top 10 coins, you'd be pretty wealthy today. So Kala, what Kala is doing right now is we are actually introducing a way to join Nui with Kala, but inside the Kala blockchain, Casey, there are people, businesses, B2B coming to us that want to utilize Kala as a blockchain, not just as a coin that we market and mine. You want to say anything about that?
Well, you know, Jim, it's been the vision of the company since its inception to make sure that we create as many uses for Kala as possible. And it just so happens that all the things that, you know, the vision of the company has been is starting to come to fruition because people have seen what's happened with all the ICOs and all these coins that have gone to the wayside because they weren't founded on sound principles. We've been following, you know, all the things that we've been taught and learned and shared from some of the smartest people in the world about the cycle of taking a cryptocurrency to market and doing so in an effective way, and we're right on track. And it doesn't surprise me at all that, you know, now legitimate businesses are coming forward saying, hey, we really need access to your coin.
So the thing is, case, and so what that we had a requirement before that you must have a gigahash of Kala to mine the second coin, which is CompCoin, but that's no longer in play. The only thing you have to do is you must be enrolled in CompChain in order to participate in coin collecting future offers. And the first coin collecting is CompCoin. Now, let me tell you the relevance of and there it's still in its infancy stages, but the demand for CompCoin right now is going through the roof because you imagine every time you join CompChain, it requires one CompCoin. Well, you have to get that coin. And it is in use, in play right now. There are two B2B case studies right now that are going on, Casey. One is with a multi-billion-dollar, or not a billion-dollar company that is using CompChain as their back office situation. They're not promoting it like we are, but they're using it as their back office situation. That's going to drive the value of that coin. The new requirement is you must register in CompChain. Now, here's the question everybody has. That, okay, so I'm in Nui, do I have to be in CompChain? Nope. Do I have to be in CompChain if I want to market or if I want to purchase the gigahash program and mine? What a gigahash program is basically a fractional share of a mining rig that you actually mine coin, and you mine coin. Now, what happens here is that, so what does it take to get in CompChain? And this is what I'm telling you, Casey, I'm just going to put it straight out there. People ask me right now, Jim, are you focusing more on enrolling people in Nui or enrolling people in CompChain at this point? Well, because this offer that CompChain has is short term, I'm flooding the market with people that I'm talking to about CompChain, because Nui can be, you can join Nui anytime. And this is one of the things that we're really promoting right now because of this whole concept of getting ready to share. So when you look at, there's that basically when you join CompChain to get the Nui is a product provider of coin collecting and the gigahash of CompCoin, right? So what happens is that someone is going to send you a special invitation code, and they're going to pay $1 in cocoa to sign you up. That's it. Then you're in. So if I called Casey, it's like, hey, Casey, I want you to be in the first block, the blockchain in the history of the world, specialized for network marketing, SHA-256, based on the Bitcoin blockchain. And here's what I'm going to sponsor you. It's free for you, and then I'm gonna pay $1 to get you in. Now, what was the brilliance of Dave is that now this is now utilizing CompCoin. What happens when there's demand for CompCoin? Guess what? The price goes up. Now, what happens then is that you're going to receive $3 in cocoa. In CompCoin, you're going to receive $3 when you get in. When you register 3 people, okay, and they are KYC'd, you're going to get another 15 in cocoa. So basically, you get in for free. You got 3 cocoa to use one cocoa each to register 3 people, and then you get when they KYC, which is just a $15 process that you go to know your customer. You put in your information, your driver's license, and then you're in. I mean, and that's just a law. Basically, you get an additional 15 cocoa. Now, watch what just happened. So the last call on Tuesday, guys, we were talking about, and when they get 3, you get 3 and they get 3, okay? That was only $15 in cocoa on Tuesday. It's $30 in cocoa today. Dave just upped the ante. He is funding this, guys. This is a true Robert Kiyosaki cash flow quadrant. As a business, you invest in your business, and people say, well, where are they getting this cocoa? Dave is putting it into the game. So you get an additional 30 cocoa when 3 people register 3 people on your block. Now what has to happen there is real simple. Now, KYC is basically a process that know your customer. I got to know you. The law states that if we're going to deal in a cryptocurrency or a fiat currency, that you can take the cocoa and convert it into Bitcoin or convert it into a cash it out, then I need to know you, or a comp chain needs to know you as a customer, and we need to validate that you're real. Okay, so what happens is this: once you've KYC'd and 3 of your people have KYC'd, you pick up the $15 in cocoa. Right now, that is going to be given. It's going to be paid out on the 15th, which is next Friday. Shortly after that $15 in cocoa is paid out, within a few days of that, we are going to be launching the CompCoin Gigahash, that now you can mine the CompCoin. People say, now what happened, guys, I'm going to be real honest with you, is that people started putting in fake blocks, making up stuff to put it in block to get the $15. So what's so beautiful about comp chain and blockchain is instantly what's happening. So what Dave did and what CompCoin did, or CompChain did, is say, now in order to get paid out the coin that you can convert into another coin, or you can convert it into Bitcoin, that you must be KYC. So when you're KYC, 3 of your people KYC, guess what happens? You receive the $15 in cocoa. Now, that being done, once they KYC their 3 people, you receive the $30 in cocoa. So there is $48 in cocoa that the possibility of that going through the roof is very real because of the use case application. Casey, you want to say anything about this?
Well, I think the big piece here is for people to understand that the genius behind why Dave's offering up all of this cocoa and putting people into play and getting them signed up and then paying them in cocoa is because fundamentally, when you're understanding the dynamics of when you increase the number of customers with CompCoin, you're increasing the demand while decreasing the supply. So you're naturally driving CompCoin's value exponentially. That's what this is about. And so if those of you who've ever studied economics, you understand this is all about supply and demand. So if you get 50,000 people in who've all got this cocoa coin and they're trying to get 50,000 people in, but there's no more coin left, then people are like, well, I need more coin. It's like, well, I'll pay a bit more for it. So then it just continues to drive it. Once this hits certain numbers, then this goes vertical. And, just again, just like the value of Kala, there's a potential when it gets to the marketplace and everybody needs it, it starts to grow. So that's what the brilliance of all this is. This is amazing.
So there, and now you say the comp chain program is so unique in and of itself. To get in for free, to pay you money to get in, to pay you money to tell people about it, it's brilliant. It's actually what you should do in business. Now, additional rewards for newbie members is after you complete the 3 steps and unlock further rewards. Right now, they're newbie members. You will also earn a 25 cent for everyone in your network up to 10 levels. Now, this is a promotion. This is not a part of newbie's compensation plan that's going to be there forever and ever. This is a promotion. But also know that what's coming up as far as offerings they're going to be offerings that other companies have that are going to pay us in CompChain that are block members to promote, not only to be a customer of their product, but to actually promote it. There's one company that's going to pay us up to $30 just to join their financial process, and $5 to join, and then $25 once we create a wallet with them. And that's one of the new offerings coming up. So you want to have a lot of people in this program to do it. Now, how do you buy now? So the awkward part is you got to have Coco before you can get Coco. You got to have CompCoin before you can get CompCoin. So it's $15 to do a KYC, know your customer, and you just go to your back office. Once you get your back office set up, you just click wallet and it says buy Coco. You can buy 20 Coco, 50 Coco, or 100 Coco at a time. And basically what you do is you just click whatever you want to buy. It can only be bought with Bitcoin at this period of time, and you get $20 worth of Bitcoin or whatever the 20. So the price right now of Coco is $1.25. So it's $25 worth of Coco plus the fee to process, and then you own Coco and you can KYC. So what happens, guys? It is a transaction that is. I mean, think about it. Not only do you join CompChain, but Coco is available for you to purchase. So here's the wrap up on that, and then we're going to get into the next part. You will receive $3 of Coco, not 3 Coco. You know, because this is just treated just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is Bitcoin. If someone gave you $7,000 worth of Bitcoin, or 2 Bitcoin when it was at $20,000, is a little different than giving you 2 Bitcoin today. So you're going to get the dollar amount of the Coco. You will need $1 of that Coco to register with a member. You do not need to be KYC'd for this. The reason is this specific attribution of this Coco is only to register people. You can't cash that in. You can only register people with that. But the $15 worth of Coco and the $30 worth of Coco, you can cash it out. You can cash it into Bitcoin. You can do whatever you want. And that's why you need a KYC to receive the $15. And the KYC cost of Coco is $15. I just showed you how to do that. And only newbie members will receive the 25-cent commission. So basically, you will receive the $3 of Coco immediately in your wallet when you enroll. You would need one of those Cocos to register a member. You will receive $15 of Coco on March the 15th. You will need to KYC yourself, and the 3 people you enroll would need to be KYC before you receive the $15 of Coco. And the next level, when your 3 personals and their 3 will have to be KYC'd before you receive the $30 in Coco. Guys, you know what? It is the reason why this is happening is 2 things. Number 1, because of the law, and number 2 is we caught early people trying to just shortchange the system and not have real people in their block. And that's just, it's beautiful because we corrected, Casey, within seconds. Do you want to say anything about this case?
No, I think that's the genius of what's actually going on. Thank you thank you to all you scam artists for cheating the system. You showed us how to actually fix it and make it work. So that's a part of the learning curve. You know, when you work with people with all types of scruples around the world, you start to quickly say, hey, that's why a lot of things like KYCs exist, because there are people who take advantage of people, unfortunately. So the great news, though, is like you just said, Jim, we found that very quickly, and we was like, oh, I see. This is what scam artists do. Okay, yeah, well, we need to fix that now.
Yeah, and we can do it because of blockchain and because of the technology. We can fix quickly because it's memorialized, it's done, it's quick, and the records are there. So now the next thing is going to be a comp coin, the gigahash comp coin. It is going to act and mine exactly like Kala did and Kala does. The gigahash program is going to be alive and well. There's going to be a monthly mining fee. You're going to have a wallet. You're going to have a wallet inside CompChain that puts your cocoa in there. Then you're going to have to create your own wallet to take your cocoa out. And we're going to teach you exactly how to do it. It's going to mirror Kala coin, Casey, and that's beautiful. And that's the first offering, the first official product offering is going to happen that comes from Nui into CompChain. Now, well, what about Nui? Where's Nui? Nui is alive and well. What we're working on now, this is not official yet, but right now you can get in for free in Nui. There's a lot of programs. There's a program that requires 2,500 cocoa or excuse me Kala coin to get a Nui. Okay, so this is what I'm working on right now. We're trying to get this implemented. We're trying to make Nui enrollment exactly the same as CompChain enrollment. That you need $1 worth of Kala to enroll somebody. When they enroll, they get $3 worth of Kala. When in that same process, Casey, we're working on that right now. Until that is done. We are still. You can use any of the memberships that are available to you right now. Kala, guys, let me tell you something about Kala. Kala is not going anywhere, and because of the shifting into the blockchain, it gives us more time to show the use cases inside not the coin of Kala, but the blockchain of Kala. The blockchain of Kala actually has some attributions that are bigger and wider spread than CompChain, and we're digging into those right now. So the mining of Kala is going to still be going on. There is going to be so much research into how to use Kala as a blockchain, not just a coin. That the potential of that coin does have a lot of merit now. So basically, Kala-driven coin, Nui membership, it's going to require Kala. Right now, it requires 2,500 Kala to get in. We're working on a process to mimic what we're doing with CompChain. And basically, what you have right now is this step. And stay tuned. Do not, guys, you have a little time before CompCoin is launched. So don't. I mean, definitely enroll people in Nui, but stay tuned. We are working feverishly trying to mimic what the enrollment of CompChain is to Nui. Casey, you want to say anything about this?
I think there's an amazing time that's upon us. Please make sure that you are reconnecting with people that you maybe shared Nui and Kala with, and say, listen, there's a new offer. This is a cryptocurrency. It's coin collecting as well. It's free to get involved. It'll set you up in cryptocurrency. You can learn about all the technology in real time. This is just an intelligent opportunity to, again, continue to gather your network and put yourself in the best possible place at the best possible time. And that's what this is really all about. It's about being in the right place at the right time, preparing people to really build out that future network. This is an opportunity to really do something once and truly get paid, over and over again through the CompChain vision.
So imagine a concept called coin collecting that Nui started that is incorporated into a product provider into CompChain that mines the coin, is active in the process of the business. Brilliant. So now, I mean, you think about it, when we start to have more use cases for Kala, and we can enroll in Nui like we do in CompChain, and you say, listen, there's gigahash of Kala and there's gigahash of CompCoin, and you can have them both in your coin collection. So people say, Case, which one first? I'm going to tell you right now, it is such an easy thing with CompChain. And it's my whole thing is like, we have a little bit of time before CompCoin comes out. So we're loading the bear up for people in CompChain, getting everybody possibly in we can. And then right before the enrollment, let us work on the enrollment part of Nui. And then we're going to start converting them to the Nui enrollment with the Kala coin, and hopefully at that reduced rate I'm talking to you about. And then now you have, right before CompCoin launches as a gigahash, you can have tens or hundreds of more people in your blockchain or in your CompChain to take advantage of the CompCoin gigahash and also the Nui Kala gigahash. So which one first? Well, here's what you got to know. what's going to happen is every company that is a product provider, they're going to have so in coin collecting, you need to have a membership in both, but you need to have a membership in NUI and a membership in comp chain, especially when the comp coin comes out. For Kala Gigahash, just NUI. For comp coin Gigahash, you have to have it. You have to have memberships in both. For the comp coin promotion that just is the $3, the $15, and now the $30 of comp coin, you just have to be in comp coin or comp chain. You don't have to be in NUI for that. The commission, the 25-cent commission that's coming, when we start paying out the commissions, you have to be both in NUI and in comp chain. The app products that we're talking to you about, that one I talked about with the $5 and the $25 gift to you, that is you only have to be in comp chain. And then to receive any part of a NUI compensation plan in comp chain, you have to be in both. So it sounds confusing, but I tell you guys, the thing is, okay, so here's your decision. You can get in comp chain for free and they're going to send you comp coin. Do that. Basically, we're going to be repurposing the enrollment for NUI, then do that, because they're going to be the two hottest coins on the market based on what we're doing. And the product offerings that are coming, they're going to be offered by NUI through the Kala blockchain and by just comp chain by product providers are going to be sick. The blockchain of comp chain is going to include members of every company across the planet that join comp chain as a neutral entity that will take advantage of products they love, and you will earn on those. It's a real simple decision. Case, any questions or anything you want to say?
I think it's. I think we were crystal clear tonight. So we need to get everybody really focused on giving away your comp chain link to get that network established. Because once they're in the comp chain, they're locked in for life. That's a beautiful thing. And of course, we've got the NUI products we're repositioning. We've got all the pieces are coming your way. This is the ideal time to put it out there. So thanks so much, Jim. Great job. And I do want to tell everybody that a lot of the creative things that go on are actually a result of Jim, who sits in the office there in Salt Lake, listens to the conversations, and he puts together visionary ways to make sure that you, the field, are protected as you look forward to building your family's dreams using the network marketing model. And I appreciate that, Jim.
Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the leadership, John and Juan and Jeremy and Ed and everybody out there that's working this. Guys, go nuts with CompChain right now. Give me a couple of minutes to repurpose the enrollment in NUI, and then hopefully right before everything's launched, as far as the second coin, which should be a few days after the 15th, maybe 5 or 6 days after the 15th, if everything goes well, and then we can position everybody back into NUI with the same kind of offering we're doing with CompChain. Is going to be a beautiful thing. So right now, I would just hit it hard with CompChain. So God bless everybody. It's been a pleasure.